Currently, I'm sure you're financially independent, right? You don't need to depend on somebody else for your own needs.
Absolutely. I got married with every penny of my own.
Okay.
So, which meant that I had to save up for my marriage. So, it took me about 3 to 4 years to mobilize some money. And then I got married. And
Life
then
is hard,
yeah. 3 years back when we saw a 1 acre land, it costed about 25 lakhs.
Okay.
The same land is now about 1.5 crores.
In 3 years, 25 lakhs became 1.5 crores. What is the final package now?
Including my variable and everything. So
Currently, I'm sure you're financially independent, right? You don't need to depend on somebody else for your own needs.
Absolutely.
So, what is your total current net worth right now, liquid, apart from?
Let's say another about 2-3 years down the line, where I would have easily about 4 to 5 crores, I would say.
4 to 5 crores. This includes your house or not your house? Doesn't include your house?
Yes, it does include my house.
Includes your house.
Includes my house.
How is that divided? The 4 to 5 crores.
Most of it is coming from the real estate and the few houses and the plots that I've invested in.
So, can you quantify it in terms of percentage split across various assets?
I would say recently, I've gotten to buying some plot, like 1 or 2 acres kind of a thing in Tumkur. But Tumkur is going to be a next, Noida of Bangalore. So if I can say that. 3 years back when we saw a 1 acre land, it costed about 25 lakhs.
Okay.
The same land is now about 1.5 crores.
In 3 years, 25 lakhs became 1.5 crores.
Yes. So that's a kind of an advancement that we really witnessed.
Okay. So 1.5 crore is in Tumkur real estate. And then remaining money, where is it? Is it all in stock market or anything?
I would still say I have about 2 houses.
So totally, I would say around 80% of your money is in real estate?
Yeah, I would still say about 60-70 because I also do mutual funds.
So 60-70% is in real estate, and this real estate is not that you're living in. You are actually, using it as an investment. And giving it for rent.
Absolutely.
Okay. And how much is your rental income coming from the 2 houses in Bangalore?
So it's about 40K I get.
Each?
20K.
Because now we have understood your financial situation, 4 crores net worth, so many investments, 2 houses in Bangalore. But I'm sure there is a story behind it, right? It was not easy. How was your childhood like? What you studied? And let's go from there.
So my father was a HMT employee. And so we stayed in a colony. It was all going fine, the township and, living life was very comfortable. What hit us is when I was at the age of 17, my father got retired.
So he retired with how much savings, your dad?
Just 1,30,000 rupees.
1,30,000.
But after that, we did not have a house of our own. It's as good as we are starting from not even zero, I would say -2. And since I was in the private segment, there's no pension, nothing, right? So no monthly income at all.
Okay.
My sister was earning about maybe 10-12K per month then.
Overall household income was 12,000 rupees a month.
That's it.
Okay.
Also realizing that I need to kind of start earning very soon.
Yeah.
Immediately after completing my 3 years diploma, after my 10th standard. So I joined Bosch.
So how much were you making at that? But that is your first job.
I used to get a stipend of 750 rupees a month.
What year was this?
1993, September is when I joined. Out of that 750 rupees, I used to pay a house rent of $600. So out of that $150 I saved, and my desire to become a graduate was always there at the back of me. So I enrolled for BCom and
so plus. The money that you were saving, that you put back into your
education. So I was also learning on the job and all of those. And
wait, you were studying and working simultaneously?
I was with Bosch. So it was by chance I got into HR department and not knowing that I will get tagged as an HR person forever in my life.
How long were you in Bosch for? How long did you work?
So I worked in Bosch for 9 years, and during this period itself I worked with various division of HR, right? And then one of them was the compensation part of it, compensation management. So that became my tag forever in my career journey.
So what happened after Bosch? Then where did you go?
So during this period itself, I also got married.
How old were you when you got married?
28. So yeah, that's also another interesting journey because I got married with every penny of my own.
Okay.
So which meant that I had to save up for my marriage. So it took me about 3 to 4 years to mobilize some money, and then I got married at the age of 28.
How much did you put in your marriage?
About, I would say about 3 lakhs or about 3.5 lakhs.
And you took 4 years to save that, and then you spent it on your marriage.
Yeah, I spent it on my marriage.
But what about your sister's wedding? How did she get married?
We only had 1 lakh from my father's kitty, which we used up for spending for her marriage. Not only that, apart from that, I mobilized some money by taking loan.
So basically, you took your dad's savings, took loans, did your sister's wedding.
Yes.
Then you saved up for 4 years, did your wedding.
And during this period, I also took up a part-time job to ensure that I clear up the loan faster.
So you're working with Bosch and a part-time job.
Yes. So evening.
Life is hard here.
Evening and weekend. So I did work.
So you got married, net worth again down to 0. Now new job.
I happened to get an offer from Volvo.
And now did you take investing seriously at this point?
Though I was not very much into investments and all of those, I happened to buy a plot. I have had about 5 to 6 lakhs kind of a savings then. I think it costed me about 7 lakhs then. 6.5 plus registration and all of in a matter of 6 months or about 6 to 7 months, there was a real estate boom. And
this is the peak real estate boom cycle of the country.
Cycle that happened. Not that, I made a very intelligent investment then. So suddenly, the 7 lakh in a span of 6 to 7 months became 17 lakhs. And so I sold off to one of my friends.
But how did you feel at that point of time? You made 3x your money in 6 months.
It was amazing. We went for a holiday as well. It was a pressure from the family also to say, now that you have money, why don't you buy a house? I think the house was costing us about 25 lakhs or something then, which would still mean that an additional loan of other 5-6 lakhs. And
you did that. You went for it.
I went for it. I said, let's rent it out. And we are fine where we are staying, and I don't want to make a...
Oh, you gave it for rent?
We gave it for rent.
Nice. Okay. So that was a passive income for you.
It's a passive income, though it was not much, but still a better...
How much were you making in the passive income back then?
I think 7K a month or something. During this period, what happened? We also sold this house and bought another house.
What did you sell it for? The 25 you bought it for 25 lakhs.
Yeah.
What did you sell it for?
About 28 lakhs or something.
Over what time period it became 25 to 28?
About 1.5 year or 2 years. This house didn't stay with me for a very long time. We went and put another house, but I bought it for 35 lakhs.
So you had to take 28 lakhs and take a loan also.
Yeah, so I moved from getting 7K to 14K kind of a thing.
Okay, so let's do a quick math. 14,000 rupees. In a year, that is 1.54 lakhs.
Yeah.
For a 35 lakh house. So 1.54 divided by 35. So that is telling me it's around 3 to 4% rental yield returns. 3 to 4%.
Correct.
So don't you think that was a bad decision? Like just 3 to 4% you were getting?
It was bad. I didn't wanted to buy a house. I would rather manage with plots.
What's next after that?
And after that, I worked in Volvo for about 3 years, 3.5 years, and then I moved to, I got a job in Infosys.
Okay.
And I moved to Infosys BPO, where I got a job. But the best part about the job is I moved from doing a local compensation person to a global compensation.
Okay. So what was your pay back then in Infosys?
When I left Volvo, I was making around 7.25 lakhs, and I moved to Infosys for a package of 10 lakhs.
Okay. Which year is this? 2000?
2008. The only challenge that I had with Infosys BPO was that it was about 18 hours job that I used to do.
18 hours a day?
18 hours a day. And my commute was about 5 hours itself. And plus
it's included in that 18,
including
right?
that 18, 19 hours a day. So there are days that I have not seen my son, and like early morning I wake up, I'm gone, and then by the time I come home is like slept off, right? So, and as a woman you always have that setback to say, am I doing the right thing for the family?
Yeah.
But still, I think I still went ahead because for me, making that financial move in my life was very important, I thought, because the kind of setbacks that I had seen.
Now, next, after Infosys, what happened? What is your next job?
So I then moved to, because of this commute and everything, I picked up a job in a company called Crore.
How much were you making in that company?
13 lakhs per annum. And we happened to, construct a house for my parents. So I took a loan for that during that period itself. Of course,
at 35, 36, you are constructing a home for your parents.
This was again an HDFC home loan. I took a loan of 6 lakhs for the construction.
Okay.
I think we built the house in 6 lakhs. We were able to.
Oh, so less.
Yeah, we were able to.
Oh, the land is already there.
Very not hyphen, very simple house.
Land is already there.
Land was there. Then I again moved back to Infosys. This time I moved to Infosys Technology. Started making about 23 lakhs per annum kind of a scenario.
You were around 36, 37.
36, 37. It was a global compensation management where I used to even take care of about 50 plus countries compensation.
Okay.
Where I learned the scale and the width of my role. But I also had a setback. My sister was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Okay.
And she lost a job as well. She was working fine, but and there's a huge setback in terms of the expenses, the treatment, and all of those. So both
there was no health insurance for her?
No, absolutely nothing. But her kid was just about 12 years that my sister passed away.
Okay.
A year before she passed away, I mean, she went through that transition of losing life was terrific. I mean, it was not easy to see her die every day at home, right? And then always, that she always had this thought that who will manage my son was a concern. So that's when I said, so I will, since both these kids had grown together, my son and her son, so I said, let me, I will manage him. So he was anyway, I mean, I never felt that he's anything different apart from my son. So I started managing him as well.
Okay.
So then again, my investment plan set back. It took and then I think I did not invest anything for some time. And after my Infosys journey, I moved to a company called Xerox, where I was hired to set up the Global Competency Center for Total Rewards.
How much did Xerox pay you?
I got a package for about close to 40 lakhs per annum.
40 lakhs?
Haan.
Okay. This was in 2018?
2015. In January 2022, I joined Mercer.
Your current company?
Right now.
It's a HR consulting company.
It's a HR consulting firm. So I am a rewards consultant. I take care of rewards consulting here.
So what is the final package now?
I would say in terms of including my variable and everything, so I make close to 70 lakhs per annum.
So how does it feel that you this has been a 20-year career journey, right? How long is this?
I have about 26 years of experience.
26 years. In 26 years, you went from 750 rupees per month to now having a 70 lakh per annum package. So looking back at it, like, did you ever think that this was possible back in the day?
No, not at all. No, right? Not at all. Because that's what, if I look back, like I said, no regrets, whatever has happened in my life. If I was able to do, I feel that anybody can do this.
100%. So wait, until now, what I know is that you have one house you're given for rent.
Yeah.
One house which you constructed for your parents.
And I bought a flat.
So this is the third house you're buying.
That's a third house. I did buy a plot in Mysore, and I sold it again.
Okay.
But this time I sold it for about 35 lakhs. So the one that I got for 5 lakhs, I sold it for 35 lakhs.
The Mysore plot.
And
in
plus,
what time frame?
At least I kept it for about 10 to 12 years with me.
In 10 to 12 years, it became 7 times. 5 became 35.
Yeah.
Okay, then with that 35, what did you do with that?
So I've invested in Tumkur right now, which is kind of 1.5 acre kind of a land that is.
So what is the plan for this 1.5 acre land?
So either either the plan is that we give it to the builder and we make a rental income out of it, so that we are set finally. While we are working out 2-3 options, I don't know where I will land, but I know in a matter of 3 to 4 years, I think we should be good enough, and I can comfortably say that I am on a journey to have my financial freedom.
The Tumkur land, after you make it a joint venture partnership, you will get rent.
Let's say even if I get a rental income of 1.5 lakhs a month at the current rate, I think I'm good.
Because
enough.
That is your monthly expenses. And that is looking possible in the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. And I also ensure that, I'm very transparent with my kids when it comes to whatever I do in terms of my dealing, whether my bank account, how much of loan that I have.
Oh, you tell your kids everything?
Yeah.
When most people are scared that if you tell your kids about your money, they will ask for more money and they'll spend more money.
No, I don't think so. Because it also depends on, how you treat your money in front of them, right? So that's very important. I think it's important for kids to know our journey, because that's when they will realize, the direction on the right side.
So thank you so much for sharing your story. I hope you guys learned a lot today, and I'll see you in the next one.